I say, listen, is it dangerous? Maybe my career.
When I win against Tyson Fury, I don't know what next. I want to go to Mount like a ski.
You haven't got a heart for it anymore, and you don't want to compete anymore?
The news is shocking. Oleksandr Usyk is retiring. Promoter Eddie Hearn explains why this shouldn't surprise anyone. Usyk was never the type to drag his career on just for money or fame. He became the king at cruiserweight, moved up to heavyweight, and beat giants. Now he's stepping away on his own terms. It feels unreal, almost impossible, but it proves one thing: Usyk's legacy is complete. Interview 2.
He's retired. I don't believe he's done. I do believe he's probably one of the few fights that's bigger than the best.
Former world champion Johnny Nelson adds another layer to the story. He says Usyk is more than titles, more than boxing politics. He's already proved he's the #1 fighter. That's why many fans struggle to accept his retirement. Fighters like Usyk don't usually just walk away. Their careers grow, bigger than the sport itself. Interview 3.
I don't see Usyk as someone who's going to go on for another 5 years fighting every challenger in the division. Like, he was the undisputed cruiserweight world champion. He's the unified world heavyweight champion.
Eddie Hearn also points out what this means for British fans. He says if this really is Usyk's final chapter, what a career it's been. He always fought the biggest names and did it on his own terms. But Hearn also reminds us, retirement in boxing is rarely forever, and with Usyk, people will always hold on to hope that he might return. Interview 4.
That's the decision he's made. And we've had, what he's given to British boxing has been amazing.
Promoter Frank Warren speaks with respect. He says Usyk has given British fans some of the most unforgettable nights in boxing, beating the odds, silencing critics, and delivering incredible performances on UK soil. If this is truly his last appearance, it's the end of an era, a champion's farewell, though one fans never wanted to see. Interview 5.
Again, it's a tough fight. That Usyk guy is talented. He's so talented.
When Usyk himself talks, the emotion is clear. He admits he may have only 2 fights left at most. That shocks the boxing world because he's still at the very top of the heavyweight division. Physically, he feels strong, but mentally, his priorities are shifting. He values family, balance, and peace of mind more than chasing endless titles. That makes his decision different from other retirements. This isn't about losing, being injured, or chasing money. It's about leaving with dignity while still on top. Fans and promoters might want more, but Usyk is writing his own ending. And if he truly has only 2 fights left, every round will feel like history. Interview 6.
He's even adjusted and adapted his weight for this fight individually. He put on...
Former opponent Tony Bellew knows exactly how tough Usyk is. He felt it in the ring. Bellew explains why nobody could ever figure Usyk out. He says no fighter, in his eyes, can beat him, because Usyk constantly adapts. He changes his style, his approach, even his weight, depending on who's in front of him. That's why he always stayed a step ahead. Bellew calls him untouchable. This is what makes talk of retirement so hard to accept. Usyk is still improving, still evolving. Most fighters wait until decline before retiring, but Usyk seems ready to leave while he's still at the top. Interview 7.
What do you believe is necessary now for him to come back and, can be a 2-time champion?
Well, that's up to him. We'll have a chat and see what he wants to do.
Do you know yet what you'd like him to do?
Heavyweight Daniel Dubois puts it bluntly. He gave everything against Usyk, but it wasn't enough. And that single statement shows Usyk's greatness. Opponents came prepared, with heart and game plans, but Usyk always broke them down with skill, intelligence, and flawless execution. Hearing this while Usyk talks of retirement makes it even more powerful. How many champions can force rivals to admit defeat at their very best? That's a rare legacy. If he steps away now, he does so still the undisputed #1. Interview.
No, I thought it could be dominating. I thought he was doing the things that I think Dubois did what I expected him to do, and Usyk did what I expected him to do. You know, he controlled, moved, waited, but then he started landing hard.
Trainer Russ Anber highlights something unique. He says age never slowed Usyk down. He actually got sharper with every fight. While most fighters battle against time, Usyk seemed to control it. He entered the ring with intent, always ready to dominate. That's why talk of retirement feels so strange. He's not fading, he's peaking. To see him walk away while still improving feels unfair to fans, but it also makes his story legendary. If he retires now, he goes out without ever being outclassed. That's the sign of a true great. Interview 9.
How good is Usyk?
Phenomenal. Best heavyweight there is currently, and I don't see anybody beating him.
Is he as good as Muhammad Ali? It's not a crazy thing to say, I don't think, at this point.
The thing is, you can't really do the comparisons. Do you know what I mean? But I do think he is one of the best currently now to do it.
Who do you want to see Usyk fight next, or just sail off?
He can sail off into the sunset, and he's done everything. Do you know what I mean? He's phenomenal fighter, man. You're watching him.
In welterweight, Conor Benn makes a bold comparison. He says Usyk deserves to be mentioned alongside Muhammad Ali. Of course, Usyk doesn't have Ali's worldwide status, but inside the ring, his skill and adaptability are unmatched. To even be spoken of in the same sentence as Ali says everything. With retirement near, that comparison feels even more meaningful. Very few heavyweights in history moved, timed, and thought the way Usyk did. Benn's words echo the fear of many fans. If he retires now, we may never see this level of artistry again. Interview 10.
Usyk was under pressure in the first round because Dubois comes out fast like he did against AJ, and if he catches you, you're in trouble. And I think just after that, he just decided, basically, I'm not going to go on the back foot anymore. I'm going to take the fight to Dubois. And he just kind of beat him up and obviously stopped him. I mean, he's beaten AJ twice, Fury twice, Dubois twice.
Once again, Eddie Hearn looks at the record, and it's incredible. Anthony Joshua twice, Tyson Fury twice, Daniel Dubois twice. Every challenge met, every giant beaten. Usyk didn't just survive, he dominated, flipped the script, and broke his opponents down. That's why it feels unreal that he's even thinking about retiring. But maybe that's the point. He has nothing left to prove. His career already speaks for itself. Hearn's word for it is simple, unbelievable. And he's right. Usyk's story is already the stuff of legend. Interview 11.
Oleksandr Usyk, you have to be mentally disturbed in your head. Yeah?
You have to be mentally disturbed?
Yeah, because you have to understand.
Well, to take the fight in the first place?
Yeah, because when I saw him a couple months ago,
yeah,
I had a coffee with him, we were just chatting. The guy lives in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, oh, before I came on the plane, I was sleeping in my house, and then those missiles were going over my house, and I didn't want to go in the bunker. I was like, I'll just go to sleep. Some craziness, isn't it? I mean, like, now imagine you're in your house in Barnet, Timbuktu, and then missiles are going. What are you going to be like?
Yeah. Veteran fighter, Derek Chisora doesn't sugarcoat it. Facing Usyk, he says, isn't just a physical fight, it's mental warfare. You have to be a little crazy to step into the ring with him. Usyk breaks fighters not only with punches, but with movement, feints, and relentless pressure. Chisora knows firsthand. He's been in there with him. That's why Usyk's retirement talk feels so heavy. Boxing isn't just losing a champion, it's losing one of the most mentally demanding fighters ever. He made even the toughest opponents doubt themselves. Without him, there will be a hole not just in the division, but in the sport itself. Interview 12. If Usyk really retires now, boxing loses more than a champion. It loses a phenomenon. He beat Joshua twice, Fury twice, Dubois twice. He silenced every so-called giant with skill and patience, not excuses or politics. That's why the thought of him leaving feels too soon. It's like a masterpiece being hidden before the world fully admired it. His career proves you don't have to be the biggest man to dominate the heavyweight stage. Intelligence and skill can rule over brute force. The big question is, will he stay retired? Or could one last fight, one final payday, bring him back? With Usyk, nothing is certain. If he's satisfied, he may never return. But if he ever does, the whole world will. Stop to watch.